back with a Link to the Past Super Metroid Randomizer online co-op with KillerChair and xita, and Boxmeister and Wyatt Wiki on commentary. Take it away, guys.
A good evening, afternoon, night, morning, whatever your time zone may be. Today, KillerChair and I will go through Super Metroid and A Link to the Past in a co-op setting. Wyatt Wiki and Boxmeister are here as our commentators. They'll probably do most of the talking. Expect a lot of, good stuff, a lot of memes. Anything else I forgot, guys?
Say memes. Oh.
Memes?
Probably some puns here and there.
Yeah, probably.
Definitely.
And the occasional, oh god, why is this item here?
Oh yeah, that's definitely gonna happen.
If there's any items in awkward locations, then it's my fault since I rolled the seat. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be. For the commentators, Box is mainly knowledgeable for Super Metroid, and I'm mainly knowledgeable for Link to the Past. So that's how we are both gonna basically switch off with the commentary.
So yeah, without further, keeping the schedule at a hold, shall we start, guys?
Yeah, give us a countdown.
So, Wiki, can you give us the countdown?
All right, make sure you're ready in 3, 2, 1, go.
Up. So both of our runners will start in Super Metroid, since that's where Super Metroid Link to the Past co-op combo randomizer starts. I'll give a little bit of a background into the randomizer. Apparently, both Link to the Past and Super Metroid's memory addresses are actually mutually exclusive, so they don't overlap. So what that allows is basically to connect the two games together, and they are connected together in a few places. Most of the ways of the maps to the map station, most of the map stations in Super Metroid are actually turned into portals towards a link to the past.
Yeah. So I already took the first one. That's your way to go to A Link to the Past from Super Metroid at the very start. And hey, I am apparently rich. Well, 50 rupees, but... So yeah, just for people to know, rupees, bombs, arrows, missiles in Super Metroid, super missiles, power bombs, all that stuff, all the ammunition, so to speak, is not shared. Hey, a sword! I do not dislike this.
Oh yeah.
It's fairly convenient because with that weapon you can actually do the front of escape if you want to.
Yep.
Which gives you a couple of items.
I think I might just very well opt in there and see if we have to continue there.
Actually starting off with Hyrule Castle.
Yep. That may KillerChair can actually just go for the village jacks. And I found 2 missile packs. Well, that was not what we were looking for.
Yeah, because in Super Metroid, up until you obtain the morph ball or a speed booster, these 2 checks down here are the only checks you can do. So the morph ball check and the item in the ceiling. And for the item in the ceiling, you have to do a damage boost.
Gotta try one more time.
Okay, so at least the blue guards dropped some money. They dropped a 20 for me, so a good way to farm some money early on. Oh, and a full magic. That is...
Oh, it seems like the guards are then in like the god tier pool.
Yeah.
So basically, also the drop rate of the enemies are divided in different pools, and by seeing what you can get from different enemies, you can see in what pool they are. So the guards are now in the god tier pool. So they have bombs, fairies, 20 rupees, full magic. So that's pretty good to know.
So since KillerChair doesn't have access to the rest of Super Metroid yet, he's also gonna go to Link to the Past, and we'll do the other checks, and that way they obtain items in Link to the Past twice as fast, hopefully.
Oh, I am full on bombs. So after Castle, I'll go to the southern route.
Sure. I will.
Yeah, you just go regular route to the village.
I'll go get to the bomb farming spot real quick, and then from underside, so I can
That works.
open bombable hut.
Such that KillerChair can be one of the village people.
So far, escape is not that stacked.
So since we are in the beginning of the game, and it's usually like starts out slowly until you get like a few items. Bugs, what are you expecting of this seed?
Well, I did have to do a few checks on the spoiler log beforehand, so I won't. I will keep my mouth shut on what I expect in terms of items. I do expect that they're gonna have a fun time. They're gonna have a little bit of a challenge. Definitely gonna see some interesting checks, way of checking things in both games.
Since you're going from the south, I opted to pick up Sanctuary real quick.
Yeah. There was a magic powder on the library.
Yeah, that's an interesting one because you don't know if powder is actually required or not. Powder unlocks one item, which is the magic bat, which can have whatever. So that's a little bit of a meh.
However, the magic bat also requires either a mirror to access it from the dark world or a hammer to access it from the light world directly.
Yes, and if you go there from the dark world, you also need both gloves.
Yeah, that's also a thing. So powder alone is not a check per se, but once you find a hammer, you have a bit more options. If they find two swords, the Moon Pearl and a lantern, then Aghanim might very well also be on the table. So Aghanim's Tower, which is the vanilla way of getting, well, quote unquote, the full Dark World access.
Some power bombs for KC. Yes, as soon as we find that orb.
So yeah, they're looking for two orb-like objects at the moment: the Moon Pearl and the Morph Ball.
So yeah, the last practice we played, we had the lamp after Ridley. Well, it was in Firefly Room. Technically, you can pick it up before, but like the game can be very trolly in terms of locations.
Obviously, since this is a marathon, I did check if the seed does not have near impossible combinations that cost tremendous amounts of time. So,
So we just figured out that at least this is not gonna be an ice rod hunt.
Definitely.
yeah.
Also, a lot of early missiles there.
Yep.
Master stick.
Master stick.
The
Kinda glad to see that.
So yeah, to defeat Ganon, they also need at minimum a Master Sword. So
I will gladly do with get a tempered sword though, because Master Sword Ganon is it is doable. It's not hard, but it's just annoying.
Master Sword Ganon is incredibly rough to do, though.
It's alright. It's alright. Preferably not, but it's.
I mean, if I have the choice to do it or not, I will go for not.
Once you get tempered, you're in no real trouble against Ganon anymore. Realistically speaking.
Did you go to the forest yet?
Nope.
Okay.
I literally only picked up Sanctuary itself.
Okay, great. Cool.
So what's in Ice Rod Cave? We know the Ice Rod's not there, so...
Sadly enough.
That was just bombs.
Yep, well, besides the Ice Rod, there's not a lot that I have.
Things do be like that sometimes.
I think Zeta is now heading towards Eastern.
Yes.
Eastern Palace, and first check Sasha's closet, which has 3 items.
Ooh.
Oh, there's a wave beam there for well, for you both, but KC is mainly gonna do the Super Metroid stuff once he actually has checks. And Zeta will
once
stay
more
in,
fall
in
happens.
Link to the Past.
He either needs to progress further into Super Metroid at this point. You either need the Morph Ball, the Speed Booster, or the Screw Attack to break the blocks. I could Because the logic also allows that the morph ball be in pink Brinstar, for example, and that you have to make your way there using speed boost or screw attack.
So Misery Mire is our green pendant.
So any of the three would allow. KC to progress further into Super Metroid. And the nice, and once you get Morph Ball, you also have a very easy way to access that mount, because you can make your way to Norfair and then use the portal there to get to that mountain.
So have you checked the lumberjacks?
Not yet, no.
Okay, fair enough.
Also, I'm just gonna mention really quickly, I also do the tracking right now. So if I mistrack on something, just shout me out at it. But I'm probably mistracking like missiles or stuff like that, or power bombs. So
yeah,
sorry about that.
Those always go like really fast.
Ammo, you're gonna find enough ammo since there's a ton of missile packs, super missile packs, and power bomb packs. The basic premise is as long as they don't have the morph ball bombs yet, they do want a few power bomb tanks.
Xita, have you been? Where have you not been yet?
Agina in the desert.
Okay.
It's either that or Eastern, or yeah, well that, because
Their
don't have
ammo also will be important if they don't manage to find charge beam, because they would need a lot of ammo to actually kill Mother Brain. One thing I should mention now that I'm on the subject of Mother Brain.
Morphball.
Hey, there we go.
The goal of a combo randomizer is to defeat both Ganon and Mother Brain. For co-op, this contributes to one of the two needs to defeat Mother Brain. That will set the flag. But both of them will actually have to defeat Ganon. So each of them has to defeat Ganon, but only one of them has to defeat Mother Brain. That's how this co-op mechanic works.
It's really interesting how that works, but it's fine. I guess.
We'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
So essentially, in this run, we will have Schrodinger's animals.
Yeah, the animals are both dead and alive at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because as soon as he defeats Mother Brain, he can basically reset, because the flags will remain set. The items also remain collected if you reset.
Okay, so it's a 50-50 for the map to be on the boss. I am gonna check.
So,
now... Go ahead, Box, go ahead.
So now that we have the Morph Ball, Super Metroid is open, and he has 15 power bombs. So yeah, you can do a lot. You're not in real trouble managing your power bombs, because power bombs are the only way to break bomb blocks, and the fact that he has 15 sets him in a very comfortable position to do checks. Otherwise, you would have to farm power bombs at some point. Then with 5, you can get. Actually soft lock yourself if you're unlucky.
Yes, and what we don't see Xita doing right now is rooms. But basically what he's doing, usually you need a lamp to get to that room, and that's also what the logic requires. But Xita has played this game so much, he knows how that room works, he knows where everything is. So he can just do that in the dark. Just keep in mind that if there is an important item here, he is not allowed to use it because it's out of logic.
Yeah, I will definitely not use it.
So basically, to tell a little bit more about that, there is a specific kind of logic that the game works with in order to be able to complete the game. That's Bombos, that's an interesting one.
That's a big one.
That might be quite big. That might be required for Misery Mire Enter the Rock to enter, but it might also be required to actually do something in Ice Palace if they don't have the Ice Rod yet, once they have access.
Fire Rod.
Fire Rod, thank you.
So you did do a Gina in the meantime, right?
Yep. I did not check the ledge though.
It's whatever.
Desert ledge can be easily checked.
I'm gonna go to Sickid, and that's almost my final check. Did you do Bottle Vendor?
No, because I just got a bottle here.
Okay. I mean, yeah, Bottle Vendor is also like...
Oh, the vendor, yeah, I got the vendor.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know if you had the money for it.
Can I quickly do a plug?
Go ahead.
Sure. Go ahead.
Because an hour ago, the prize for a display for Majora's Mask opened, and that thing is beautiful, and any donation $7.50 or higher puts you in the running for that prize.
Remember me after the run that I donate for that.
Yeah, same. I'm gonna save and quit.
So you
Actually,
see
reset.
KC already opening the door, that red door there. That's the door that leads to Turian and Mother Brain.
So, KT, I'll go through Red Tower.
Sure.
Take those checks out of your way. I'll check Spazzer as well, because, you know. Why
Oh,
not?
it looks like we have a Super Metroid front-loaded seat, because we're out of Link to the Past check, so Xita will also join us.
Technically I have one check left. That's a shitty one. I mean, I could go to Dark Cross out of logic, but...
Yeah, the reason that the runners are not too keen to go out of logic is, well...
That's
because it might mess up their logic somewhat.
Yeah.
Hey, Morphle Bombs!
It's not specifically bad to go out of logic, but as long as you keep track of your logic, that you know that like certain stuff you can get. Okay, I cannot find here what I need, for example.
The fact that the Morphle Bombs were found means that the runners don't have to be too tight with their power bomb management.
I mean, we had 15 to begin with.
Mhm.
Yeah.
15's nice and healthy.
I mean, 15 is like...
Plus, Morphle Bombs technically allow you to scale any vertical distance in the game.
Yeah.
As a result, that is if Xita feels up for it.
No.
Yeah,
Which
I'm
is
not super comfortable with infinite bomb jumps, but I can do them.
Yeah, but if infinite bomb jumps is a technique where if you time your bomb placement, you'll bounce off the bombs and gain height. You can use that to scale any vertical distance. It's the game logic does put that in logic once you find does expect the runners to be capable of doing it once you get Morphle Bombs. So it is in logic. It's not very preferred.
I
But
would
you don't-
like
you don't-
some help right now. That's not help.
The more power bombs.
No.
I mean, you can either go to the ship or you can drop down the red tower and heal at the bottom.
I mean,
Cheetah.
yeah. I mean, right now, well, just try to get these items, or those two items. I mean, if they are, as soon as I've picked them up, it's fine. Okay.
What you can do to control your jumps a little bit better is, or what I tend to do, is you can hold the aim button and then you have very straight jumps.
Okay, more power bombs in the book, catching that.
Also, you can do a crystal flash, Xita.
Oh yeah. What was it again?
Hold the shoot an LNR. I think.
I could also just try not to die. Okay, we have 5 health left leaving this room. Even though if I would die, which, you know, at this point is kinda likely, not gonna lie.
Yeah, you keep the items, so you're not losing anything.
Yeah, especially in co-op, you're not gonna lose anything.
Yeah,
Since you just sort of load in the other player already playing.
Yeah, and that's an interesting fact with, for example, the mushroom. Because in A Link to the Past, when you turn in the mushroom, you lose it. But in co-op, you just instantly gain it back because your other player still has the mushroom.
It's a co-op. In some ways, co-op makes it very easy
okay, we got through it. We good.
to maintain items. So what KC is doing now is he's gonna doing the sports pawn skip. There's a mini boss in this area called sports pawn, but once you defeat sports pawn, you go top and all the way around to a super missile tank in the vanilla game. But the exit has a super missile block, but the camera blocks you out from it. But if you manipulate the camera properly, you can shoot the block and exit it from the back, and therefore don't have to do spore spawn at all. It's a fun little technique. It's all movement, but it can be a bit finicky depending on your setup. Meanwhile, xita is making his way to the Spacer Beam location. Or at least in the base game. It's
20 rupees. Well,
yeah.
time well spent, I'd say.
I mean, it might be the
Ooh.
rupees required for Zora.
That's a charge beam.
Now, Charge Beam is very good find, because all the bosses, for most bosses to die, you either need plenty of ammo, or at the very least Charge Beam to damage them. And the moment you get Charge Beam and other beams, you're not too stressed for ammo anymore, since you can always kill the bosses.
Yeah.
You would still want enough super missiles, because super missiles are a very fast source of damage. But you don't need 60 or 70 super missiles anymore to kill bosses.
So I'll check the Norfair items that we can check right now, and then I'll head back to A Link to the Past. That's a lantern. That's a gross location. So KC, the Croc Escape has the lantern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For them to do for the Croc area, they're expected to have Varia suit according to the logic. So
Varia suit, speed booster. Speed booster.
You have wave beam and power bomb. So yeah.
Yeah, and I think does the logic also.
You have high jump, so you can go the vanilla way around.
Okay, so I think the game also requires you to have grappling beam to swing across the pit. I'm not entirely sure on that one.
You don't need grappling beam to make that per se. You can also use infinite bomb jumps.
That's your favorite, Tina.
As a matter of fact, there's a platform right below it, so you can actually line it up if you're good at it.
So yeah, of course, I'm gonna stick in logic.
Yeah, no, you're gonna go to do the out of logic old man in the dark.
Yeah, this is one of the very few dark rooms a lot of people that start off playing this game learn.
It's very easy. Because you have a sword, you have a visual indicator of where you are, and the path is really straightforward. The only thing you have to watch out for is not to drop into the pits.
Once you find a pretty significant route for yourself, it's all good. It's really not for that.
Now KC is on his way to the Billy Mays room. There's an invisible platform there where he wants to jump on, but he has to jump at the latest moment there to make it. And this is called the Billy Mays room because there are two items in here, the Spacer and the Varia suit.
Okay.
Wow!
Okay.
Billy Mays just delivering.
I mean, yes, but also no. The game is like, oh, you want to play A Link to the Past? Well, not today.
Well,
very stacked Metroid sequence.
I mean, now the lantern is in logic actually, because you have high jump, you have wave beam, you have
fair.
So you can actually make it there. And you have the morphle bombs. Don't forget that.
So technically, the lamp is now in logic. So that's good for Zeta.
I mean, technically, that means that I've done things in logic. Oh wow.
Oh, kind of.
But yeah, you mentioned Zora before, Box. Fun and all, but there is no logical Zora access yet.
Yeah, you don't need flippers or a glove to get the Zora.
I haven't either. This game is not liking me today. I guess I'll just go back to Metroid soon and go defeat Kraid or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Could do, yeah.
So, checking the tank below the Mother Brain room. That's also an item location in Zero Mission, so I picked up an item there a couple of days ago in my Zero Mission run. So everything has come full circle. I checked the place. KC checked the place. The only question is who put the item in there in the meantime, because there is some time skip between the two games.
Let's head back into Metroid. People will see that during the interview I mentioned I am not the greatest Metroid player. Well, I might be showing that right now.
You're decent. You're decent. So you're fine.
I know my way around the game, and I'll sure, do my best to not die, but...
But yeah, Super Metroid is a lot of fun.
I'm gonna take the Super Metroid highway back to the Link to the Past highway back to Super Metroid.
You gotta go through Death Mountain.
Oh, we don't have Old Man?
I did save Old Man.
Uh-oh.
Did it not update that?
It should be.
I am
Are you still both
fairly
connected?
sure...
Are you still both connected?
Let me actually disconnect and connect again, just to make sure.
Yeah, let's quickly do the reconnecting thing. This is a thing that happens every now and then.
Yeah, weirdly enough, I am fairly sure I saved the Old Man.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure too.
My game tells me you left, but that's maybe because you save and quit.
It is not showing up
Wow.
as checked.
Whoa.
Oh.
The flippers.
That's a good item, though.
Speaking of Zora access, there you go. Yeah, it's
Let's
really
see if I
weird.
load back in, if the flippers load back in. Yeah, did give me the
So you are connected.
I have
Weird.
saved the Old Man, right?
I'm fairly certain you did.
I guess for now I'll take the slightly longer way around. It's open, of course.
Just so you know, jumping is hard.
Fighting Kraid. One of the 4 bosses we need to defeat today.
At least for Super Metroid. There's
Of course.
at least 8 more in A Link to the Past.
I mean, I haven't mentioned the Mother Brain as well, so there are more bosses.
I said 8, it's 10 at least.
Now, Kraid can be dealt with in multiple ways. So you want to open its mouth and fire supers into them. It takes roughly 3 to 4 super missiles into his mouth for him to die.
Well,
Luckily, you do have warrior suits, so
yeah,
you
I
don't
only
take
have
too
2
much
more
damage.
supers, so I'm just gonna create some regular missiles. And as you can see, this boss fight has a quick kill, which most of the top Super Metroid runners use. I can't do that.
It's very timing specific. You abuse the AI script. If you fire this missile and super into Kraid's mouth at the right time, you lock his mouth open and you can fire the other missiles in and quick kill him.
Well, Kraid is dead. He was guarding some missiles because why not?
Originally, the Varia suit is located there, but we already have that. Varia suit was already found. And with Varia suit, you can also check most of Upper Norfair.
That's where I'm headed.
That's what I was about to say. I think that's what Kissy is gonna do. But yeah, with those flippers, I have a few checks in logic again. Zora is gonna be a really interesting one. Because I have no money for Zora.
You don't?
No, I only had 138 rupees, so...
Oh, was it KC who picked up the 300 then?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, that's the downside, but I guess we'll deal with it. Especially since we don't have a glove, there's no real good farming spot.
But,
Maybe we should explain the glove in joke.
Oh god. Yeah.
KC did find a shovel, so you have one more check.
I was about to say, speaking of jokes.
Yep.
The shovel.
I have nightmares of this.
So for those who have never seen me and xita play our randomizers with multi-worlds and all that, there tends to be the in-joke that I just never get any gloves. So anytime we play a seat where I get a glove within the first hour, people start yelling reset. Worked seed, all that sort of stuff.
We once played an inverted seat, and KC got his gloves very early, so the things
That
got
was-
reversed.
it-
Things literally got inverted.
Yeah, but the
there.
funny part is, in inverted, your gloves matter a lot less.
Well, your first glove does, your second glove doesn't.
Yeah, your second glove looks like one item maybe.
It depends on where your other items are, but yeah. There's one item that's actually hard locked behind the Titan mitts in inverted.
Now, what KC's doing here is he's timing his wall jump specifically to make the wall jump, because it's very tight. It's very tight, actually. You need to be nearly pixel perfect on that wall jump to make that.
So we got a question, what is an inverted seed? Inverted seed is for A Link to the Past, and it basically means you don't start in the light world, but in the dark world. And so you need the Moon Pearl to actually go to the light world and do your stuff there.
Yeah, okay, so in the meantime, I have 2 locations that are in logic because of the flippers. Well, actually 3, but, you know, they're basically the same area. Before I go there, I'm gonna farm 350 rupees, with 30 rupees at a time. So I think that, in the meantime, if Raz has stuff to say, go ahead and you know.
Did you check Lumberjack Cave, actually?
No.
I was about to say, speaking of farming rupees, we have a 25 euro donation from Sargato. Any chance the runner could put on their famous hat?
Well, I think that's for KC, because I don't own a
Yeah,
hat.
I have a hat. On my channel, people can use channel points to make me wear sunglasses and hats, depending on what season it is. I can see if I can find a few more. Why not?
I mean, he paid us in a donation instead
It
of
paid us with
channel
real money.
points. So yeah, weirdly enough, farming money here is considered logic by the game. It is not fun. It is not the way I want it, but hey. And no, I cannot do hula hand for those wondering.
Yeah, there's a couple of, I think there's like 3 or 4 hula hand setups. One requires a glove, which we don't have. The other requires not having flippers, which we do have.
Yeah.
So that's kind of
Yeah, it's kind
kind of unfortunate. And it's also this is one of the downsides of playing a co-op, because we saw KC getting that 300 rupee earlier. So if this wasn't the co-op, Zita would have had the money, or KC would have had the money, depending on who played. Because the rupees, the bombs, and the arrows, and the health are not shared. Or
Yeah,
at least not the hearts that you pick up.
people might wonder, hey, why do you pick it up then? Well, occasionally it just happens to turn out that I run out of checks, and then, like, hey, what else do we need? And it's like, oh, well, Zora's open. So sometimes it just works out really well if I also happen to have money on me.
Yeah, and then again, money is never bad because you can buy potions. And,
Yeah.
You know.
Plus, if you open treasure chests, some checks are blind, so sometimes you don't have any choice in picking.
Right.
At least like, hey,
Hey.
oh,
That's
Hammer
a
on
good
wave
point.
beam. Hammer on wave beam. So,
that is right
Hammer-
now that unlocks a grand total of 0 items.
Right
Oh,
now
no.
it's not that good, but it's
It's
very
a
used
major
later on.
item, yeah.
It's really useful once they get access to the dark world.
It's also major for getting access to the Dark World.
I mean, I'm now a glove and a moon pearl away from Dark World access instead of either 2 gloves or a glove, a hammer, and a moon pearl.
yeah,
Moon pearl is a given. I mean,
Also, I think KC is soon gonna grab your lamp, right?
yeah. You know what I just realized?
You realized it too, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
So, lamp would give Zeta Aga Tower access, or at least he can go to Aga Tower already, but in logic you need a lamp to actually beat Aga Tower because of dark rooms, and that might be his logical access to the dark world.
Could be.
Please, no.
Exactly one, got a few. Those
do
guys
have-
tend to drop supers.
You do have charge beam.
Right.
And you have wave charge, so it's not a completely useful.
He has wave charge spazzer, so.
I was about to say you have wave special. You actually have the vanilla beam. You have 100% here,
Nice.
I think.
Yes.
So
Feeding him supers would be faster. Feeding him regular missiles wouldn't be. I
that would
discovered
be
that much.
that would be, by the way, early grapple route for 100% Super Metroid. Top runners do the late grapple. They do the disco crocomire, as it's commonly referred to.
Disco
So,
Croc is the best.
Yeah. Just
Come on.
To explain that a little bit, if you have charged plasma and you fire a charge plasma shot into Crocomire, he keeps on staggering backwards into the lava immediately. Usually he flashes white, so we tend to call it Disco Croc.
Also, wouldn't it be funny? Zeta's farming money. Wouldn't it be funny if Hobo just dropped 300 on him?
Good. You don't want to know how that thought has gone through my hat like 5 times by now. Every time I walk into this building, it's like Hobo is gonna hold money, isn't he?
It's a reasonable chance.
But I'm not gambling on it. If there's no money there, I would have to go back to the village, farm again, then go back to that area. So I'd rather just have the 500 on me. And
I've had
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
I've had it happen where I would gamble, where I was like, oh, 460 rupees, and I'm already at the waterfall cave. I'm just gonna see if I hopefully get a rupee drop here, the 50 rupee drop.
so, another item that could help me big time right now is the mirror. Because with that hammer, the entire right side of the mountain would be open as soon as we have a mirror. I mean, or boots, but then Wiki starts shouting at me that I should stay in logic and not play the game.
Yeah.
Now, the big problem for KC here is he's in the grapple beam area, but normally you're expected to have speed booster here, and speed booster would give you easy access to the grapple beam and the item, the missile tank across from it. But KC doesn't have those, so
He'll have a harder time.
he might opt to do a glitch on the green gate at the top. Don't know what he's gonna do actually.
I'm just gonna attempt some IBJs.
Oh,
I've
that's,
gotten a little bit better lately, so let's see just how well
I applaud your efforts, dude.
Oh yeah, this is
Yeah, I
a big
appreciate
one.
that.
It's usually just trying to get it started, which is the difficult part.
This is
Yeah.
big boy strats.
Yeah, the most difficult part of IBJ is usually getting it started. After that, it's basically just bouncing on the bomb and laying it as you bounce on it. And then getting sniped by an enemy right before you reach the top and fall down and have to start again.
Oof.
So I'm not exactly sure what lining up with the top is. I believe this should be fine.
At this location, you should be able to check the item.
Yeah.
You're a bit far away from actually getting it, but it'll take a little bit. You could technically, if you're really good, double do a double variant, and that would obviously be faster. But that one is difficult. So
Wiki, you are not allowed to call any locations anymore.
Am I bad now?
Yes.
What did Xita get?
Hobo gave me 300 rupees.
Oh no.
Yeah. Of
You know
course.
it's bad when we start calling things. You know that from experience, Zeta.
Yeah. Experience tells me as soon as we start calling things go south real fast.
But we're going to Zora's domain, which is north. A super
Well,
missile
yes.
tank, so not worth the exactly worth the effort.
Now the next one is gonna be fun.
Oh yeah, because the next one you actually have to do the jumping start, right?
Yeah.
You can also start it from a jump, which is obviously faster because you already clear a lot of the vertical distance required. But doing the timing specifically can be a bit tricky. It's my preferred way of starting the IBJ.
Also, what Zeta just did, in the vanilla game, you can throw in an empty bottle in a fairy fountain, and you will get green goo back for it, so like magic.
Almost.
But in the randomizer, it's actually randomized what you can get back. So you can get a fairy, red potion, blue potion,
That
or
is
a bee.
for A Link to the Past. That is for the combo. Oh, there's my Merle.
Nice job, KC, by the way.
Nice job, Casey. But yeah, for the combo rando, for some reason they've locked it to green goo. They locked it to the vanilla item.
Nice.
Yeah,
Which-
I wasn't aware of that.
At this point in time, I don't even mind that much. Because, yeah, it'll actually help.
You actually found the moon pearl.
Yeah, I
saw.
know where it is.
Yep.
I still have to pick it up. But Zora was not worth it.
Oof.
Well,
He
the
sold me
moon pearl-
10 very expensive arrows.
Moon Pearl is worth it.
Yeah.
You know what
Wait.
happens, Kita?
Yep.
Moon Pearl, lamps is in logic.
Yep.
You have a hammer.
Yep.
This is
Yeah,
kinda screams Agassi for
Yeah.
Zelda
unless KC finds a glove somewhere where this is gonna be an enemy.
Is he finding a glove? What are you thinking?
Right.
Yeah.
This was a very hypothetical scenario. I was thinking here, okay?
I mean, there's hypothetical and there's just plain unrealistic.
Well,
Okay!
Called it!
You know what?
You know what? I'm not gonna go to Aghanim. I'll just go to the Dark World regularly.
Oh, this is lovely.
that is both beautiful and sad at the same time.
Yes.
So this seat is now borked, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Reroll. Let's start
Okay,
over.
good. Good.
Can we start over?
KC got a glove. Nice.
So yeah, I finally have Dark World access. I can start doing things.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh,
you
wait.
have a minute for a donation.
Absolutely, go ahead.
Go ahead, good.
I have a 20 euro donation from Hopkeinename. This donation is sponsored by my friend Voodovs, who just got a bounty that I set months ago for beating a PB of mine in an attempt to bring more runners to the category, and said I should donate the money to charity instead. I'ma give the money to Hostess Choice for incentives, and that would go towards Guybrush's Street Killer for The Force Unleashed 2, because I want to see that.
Nice. Also, we just picked up the Mirror Shield, and Ether Medallion,
And space jump.
and Space Jump.
Spaceship came at the exact right time. He was
Yeah.
about to attempt the bomb jump when he
Yeah.
got it, and he was like, "Oh, this is much
In
easier now."
that case, never mind.
So I'm gonna go get Gauntlet and Wrecked Ship now.
Yeah,
You're actually set for most of Super Metroid, but you still have the gravity suit to find. But
Also- The Mountain Cave just showed up on save and exiting.
hey,
So
finally.
I guess it fixed itself now.
So,
That-
what I was thinking, I had something in mind. That Bombos medallion that I found earlier, that is now completely in logic.
That's completely logical.
Yeah, it was only locked by a lamp. I am gonna go do a digging game, and after digging game, I'll save and quit, do the back of escape, and after that, you know, move on to the Dark Village.
Don't want to save, so I can reset just
Ah,
with
you're
everything
gonna do-
filled up.
You're gonna do the gauntlet check.
Yeah, Gauntlet check, then reset here.
Yeah, the nice thing is normally if it's in normal rando day, you would also do this. But if it's a useful item, then you have to find your way out. Like mentioned before, you don't since this is co-op, engine, you keep the items you obtain. So it shouldn't be too difficult with your equipment.
Yeah.
You have more than enough power bombs.
Yeah, usually on 15 power bombs, that's just fine. Anything more is luxury.
Yeah, you have normal bombs as well, so you're absolutely not stressed for ammo.
Oh,
Gravity suit
oh,
found.
there you go.
Now you
So,
have boat suits. Now everything is fine.
Hmm. And because of how combo works, I didn't need to just keep the suit and all that, because see, I got it, so I got it.
Yep. Here, have another E-tank.
Nice. We're getting
And
healthy now.
Oh, nice.
Very good.
That's very convenient. I think.
You know what I never did, and I probably should have done.
Tell me.
Well, first of all, saving me to the right position. That might help. But I did talk to Sahasra to find out what my green pendant was. I could have also just pressed my X button in the overworld to do a map check and see what all my dungeons in the light world are.
I was
Yeah, this
wondering when you were gonna figure that out.
So
But this is
Eastern
not-
and Desert are both pendants. Hera is a crystal.
That feels
Uh,
vanilla.
I'm not sure how I feel about this. Meyer being our green pendant.
So you know which ones are the crystals and which ones are the pendants, right?
Yeah, we now know basically everything in terms of which are crystals, which are pendants. The only thing I could have known already by talking to the guy, but I kind of forgot, is what our red crystals are. The green pendant and the red crystals we specifically mentioned because they unlock additional items. The green pendant, in a vanilla game, if you get that and you go talk again to Sahasrala, he'll be like, "Oh my god, you're so courageous, have some boots," and you can go fast. The red crystals, if you got those, you can buy a big bomb. The big bomb is used to crack open a cracked wall on the pyramid, which normally upgrades your bow and arrow to like silver arrows and your sword to the gold sword. Well, we'll find out today what that is. So let's do a quick matchup here. Total Rock and Swamp are the reds. I am not sure how I feel about that.
But you're decently stacked right now, so you have a lot of stuff to do.
I cannot entirely clear Skullwoods yet, but I can check the front, and the front holds items, so let's go.
Skullwood only has 2 items, so...
Yeah, it only has 2 items, and it's rather quick to check the locations, so that's why we opt to do it. Like, I tend to opt to do it early on.
The only thing KC would potentially still need is Ice Beam or Speed Booster if he wants to access Dragon through Super Metroid. He can also use the Dark World in Link to the Past to go through a portal backdoor and reach it. But aside of that, he's mostly set. All the other items that are still on the he hasn't obtained in Super Metroid are mostly convenient.
So yeah,
Plasma Beam is convenient, Ice Beam is convenient, Spring Ball is convenient, Screw Attack is convenient, Speed
I would absolutely love more super missiles, though.
oh yeah, we'll probably pick them up along the way, because that's generally how it happens.
Yeah.
So Box mentioned that, Box mentioned the Skullwoods only has 2 items. Well, every dungeon has its own amount of items, to speak. And that comes down to, like, regularly if you play this game, like, for example, Skullwoods normally has a fire rod and a heart container, because whenever you kill the boss drops a heart container. Those are also in the pool. But you'd think, like, okay, so every dungeon has 2 items. Yes, but, for example, Thieves Town has, like, a few chests that just have items that don't really do a lot, so, money,
Rupees,
or bombs, or
arrows.
arrows, those kind of things, and, yeah. That's why, like, Thieves Town has 4 items, but yeah, it's good to know how many items a dungeon has when you go into it, because you can keep count. So, for example, I know that my pendant Eastern Palace has no items anymore. Also, I think in this thing, this is always a small key, but I'm not entirely sure. That might be a
the next one, the
Pinball room,
one
yeah.
you're
Pinball room, yeah.
Yeah, that one is always a small.
But yeah, since I don't have a mirror, I could have waited. Well, I still can. I was about to say, or not.
Or not. Yeah, so basically in the this combo rando, the Link to the Past runs on the V29 logic, if I'm
Yes.
correct.
Yeah.
And in that logic, there's a couple of differences with the Link to the Past seeds you see right now, because we're now in V31, and there has been a couple of changes. For example, that pinball room always has a small key. That's not the case anymore in V31, and also the fact that the bow is in the newer version of the logic is actually progressive. So if you find there's basically 2 bows in the seed. In this seed, in this combo rando, it's not. The silvers are actually a unique item.
Yep, you can find the silvers without having a bow, which is in one hand very funny, in the other like eh.
Also, KC just defeated Fantoon, so he can now check the rest of Wreck Ship. As he can't obtain the Wreck Ship Reserve tank item because you need Speed Booster for that.
Slightly early throw.
But he can check what the item is, however. because he has bombs, and you can check using power bombs.
That is
and-
vanilla.
Well, technically, it's actually not because you don't have the blue boomerang yet.
Yeah, okay.
That's an interesting fact to know. In the vanilla game, in Brewery, just the bomb spot that Zeta just went to, if you pick up the blue boomerang in Hyrule Castle, that will be 300 rupees. If you don't pick that up, that will be a red boomerang. I don't know why it was programmed that way. It seems like a really odd one, but that's how it is.
Yeah, so for Hundo in A Link to the Past, which is a category I've ran in the past, yeah, well, you don't pick up the blue boomerang, so you pick up your red there, because they only check your final inventory, so technically you don't get the red shield either. You instantly go to mirror shield. Same goes for the mail upgrades. In the Hundo run, you go from green mail to red mail. Right now, I wouldn't mind a mail upgrade.
You're already on blue mail, though.
Am I?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I missed that one.
KC picked up Blue Mail ages ago.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
okay.
of the
Really early on.
because of the co-op color palette thing,
Yeah.
you don't always notice when you've got different armor.
Yeah, it depends. In the co-op, you can actually just set a specific color for your character. You can turn it off as well, and just have the vanilla colors, so you can see the mill grades. They decided not to, so you have.
I like my green cape.
Oh, what? Is that the second glove that Kissy found? What?
I
Yes.
found both gloves.
Excuse me?
First seat?
See.
Excuse me?
So,
Well, KC finding a glove means it's time to read another donation.
Yes.
Go
Fair
ahead.
enough.
Go ahead.
We got a €5 donation from Nerf. Good luck, Sida and Chair. Also, cute chat. Woo.
It will.
Wiki is still recovering from this revelation.
Yeah.
It's like this. Doesn't
Fair.
make sense.
Fair.
Goes over all the math.
I mean, it doesn't make sense.
No,
Let's
no.
be real.
Funny enough, he found the second glove while I am in Thieves Town.
Hmm.
Yeah, of course he does.
I mean, he got the normal glove right in time for you.
Yeah,
So,
I was like, let's go egg a tower already, because, you know, I'll start doing it in the dark, why not?
in Key Sanity, if this were a Key Sanity seat, Agate Tower could hold some items, so that would still be in interesting locations in some scenarios. It's a big time sink in.
It's about a
Sanity.
I think, right now, without the boots, I think it's a 5 to 6 minutes time sink
Yeah.
to go through that tower, especially in the dark, it's probably gonna take even more, but...
But meanwhile, did you check lumberjacks?
Nope. I was like, I'm not gonna check that, I'm just gonna pick it up as soon as I can.
Mhm.
I mean, to be fair, as long as you don't have boots, you don't have anything to worry
I
about.
mean, right now it can't lock anything,
So-
as far as I know.
Let's check what the wreck ship reserve holds, actually.
Yeah. Gonna have to do this.
So,
you have normal bombs. You can
Yeah.
mash bomb this, actually.
even though that I have blue mail, the spikes that you sometimes see on screen, they still do like 1 heart of damage.
Yeah, there are specific enemies and sprites that do the same amount of damage no matter what mill you're on. It's always the same amount.
So the big question is gonna be, does KC need to come back to this place later once he gets speed booster?
Find out soon in the next
Get it,
episode of AC versus Wrecked Ship.
KC versus getting across
Yeah.
bits with IPJs.
There we go. And it is a spring ball. What a meme.
That's actually...
It is. To be fair, spring ball can be useful, but
Yeah.
however, since KC already has the gravity suit, he's not too stressed for it.
I'd
Without
actually
gravity
like it to get out of here, though.
Yeah, spring ball would actually make your life a lot easier on the way out.
Hmm.
So yeah, I'm on my way to Blind, one of the very few bosses that takes the same amount of hits regardless of what level of sword you have. This is also a fully scripted fight. I can do the full script. Wiki can. I am not as good as Wiki is. Like phase 1, everyone gets. Phase 1 is by far the easiest to get, and then phase 2 is always like nope.
Yeah, so what Zita's trying to say, like, if you perform this right, you can have the same fight every single time. It's just full on the script.
For some reason, I can't do the script at all, but I've gotten very good at dodging all those the haywire shots.
Yeah.
So I can easily do I can do this almost without taking damage, even on the very random.
At some point, you start to feel like you're playing a Toho game.
Yeah, at some point you actually develop the reflexes required for some reason.
It's even better in the GBA version.
We do not speak of the GBA.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
The GBA version doesn't exist.
I mean, the regular boss is the same, but you have like the Palace of the Four Swords, where they have 4 reworked bosses. Blind is one of them. And it's actually quite neat what they did with it.
That was my call to everybody to stay hydrated right there.
I actually have multiple drinks here with me, so I am definitely staying hydrated.
Yeah, I figured in the bowling alley, might as well just pour myself some tea.
You got a mirror.
Hey.
Oh, that's...
You get me the mirror when I save and quit to get the old man or get the Smith home. Are you for real?
Hey, Xita, no complaining. He found 2 gloves.
Yeah, okay. He has a free-up today. But yeah, I'm bringing the Smith home. I'm gonna do... what am I gonna do? Yeah, I'm gonna do hammer packs and purple chest in one go as well. Pick up K45. Like, get all those checks out of the way. And then I think I'll go to the mountain.
Yeah, it's definitely referring to K45 in this setting instead of the other number I usually refer it by.
Yeah, we've had plenty of numbers for that one. But for some reason, nobody knows what the actual name of that cave is. Even
I refuse to call it the right number usually.
Yeah, so like that cave, people have dug into the code, and it's just referred to by the developers as K45. Nobody knows why.
It's probably the 45th cave they programmed or something like
that.
Yeah.
And every other cave has gotten a fancy name. This one is just like, nope, you're K45, man.
What I do like is that there's a variety of rooms with seemingly weird random names, but also very simple ones.
Yeah.
For instance, the spiky room of death earlier. It's just, that's literally what it's called.
And it's literally what it is.
Yeah.
It's a room with spikes and you die in there.
Yeah, in Super Metroid, most of the room names are thought out by the community, so it's a lot of fun.
But yeah, for like speaking of names, later, like not too long from now, I'll be going to the Death Mountain, and there is a cave on there we call Paradox Cave. You'll see why.
That is a community name, right?
I think it's actually called like that.
I think it's actually called Paradox. Not entirely sure.
Well, the cave is a paradox.
I mean, it wasn't called Paradox Cave because it's
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a paradox.
But
you enter
I think
below, but you can drop down. It's super weird.
I thought it was named like that because, like, oh, they did make it a paradox and it was known by the community. That's why the community calls it paradox. I thought it was like that.
But, could be.
Or at least that would sound logical.
Yes. So I am now carrying a chest behind me. We need to bring it to a specific guy in the world. He knows how to unlock this. Apparently, we do not.
Okay, she's checking the X-ray scope.
Secretly, I am hoping to find a hookshot before I go to the mountain. To show off Herapod, but I don't think we're that lucky today.
Yeah, I'm heading towards Meridia, so a fair few items will be coming on in.
Well, with the mirror and the hammer, you do have access to most of the mountain.
Yes.
Well, in fact, you have access to all of the mountain because you
except for Hookshot Cave.
The Hookshot Cave checks, yeah.
I cannot check anything in there. Funny enough, there is a chance I can open Turtle Rock already. I cannot do anything in there, but I can check it.
Yeah, you need the Cane of Samaria, right?
Yeah, you need to get Samaria to go through it.
At least.
And also a fire rod would be very helpful at some point.
All purple kits was worth it.
Definitely not.
Meanwhile, Casey makes his way into Meridia. And now we're gonna see if he needs speed booster to obtain some progression items, because there are a few things locked behind speed booster here and here.
Ooh, there's a book
What is a
there.
book? Ooh.
Well,
That's interesting.
The pedestal is not off the charts yet.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you don't need a book for the pedestal.
nope.
But, well, you can use it to see what's on the pedestal. But
That is true, but I mean, it's.
Oh, you're right there? I could pick up the
No.
book right now. and
I
then
mean, you can
get
still
that
pick up the
thing.
book because I'm actually gonna go to Hera and
Yeah.
Ether Tablet is. Yeah.
Exactly. I was planning on getting that after Mama Turtle room, but if you're right there, then it's nice and convenient.
I think you can actually check Ether Tablet before.
Yeah.
yeah, the KC will get it in a few seconds, so you can actually check it now if all goes right.
Yep.
Yep.
So yeah, you need the book to
Convenient.
decipher the ancient scribblings on this tablet to get an E-tank.
They
Yeah,
just
have
really draw
a
drawings.
nice, well, refill.
Yeah, nice line of E-tanks.
Yeah, there's a line of E-tanks, also your refill, so yay. So I'm entering
Also-
Tower of Hera, the only crystal dungeon of the Light World, and I can completely clear it. There's nothing blocking me.
Also, with seven E-tanks, technically stand-up glitch becomes an option for
True.
the.
That would
modern
require me actually having practiced it enough. I've attempted it a few times, but not quite gotten it.
Okay, so
Stand-up
what?
is specific.
I did get the picky, I don't have to go to the basement yet.
You know this game well enough, Zita.
I have to go to
There
the
is an
basement.
item there, you know that.
Yeah,
2 items in Tower of Hera.
Yes.
By the way.
yeah, there's a few, like, Eastern Palace has a third item, we got all 3 of them. Desert has 2. A lot of dungeons have 2, but for example, Palace of Darkness, which I do have access to and can full clear by now, has like 5 items or 6.
I was actually wondering why you didn't go to Pod when you routed in Purple Chest anyways.
I figured Mountain had more. Like,
Come on, that's more density.
I mean,
true.
you also still have to check the pyramid and catfish, right?
yes, I'm actually gonna go for a strat we used in the olden days and well still use if we run NMG.
Even better, he technically also has access to ice.
Yes, and there's an item.
That was, by the way,
Meanwhile,
a nice bomb
me-
jump.
Meanwhile, Casey is spending time on the beach.
So yeah, the bomb jumps are things
More
we
E-tanks.
can use in this game. Getting hit by a bomb actually propels you backward or forward, depending on your way of facing. And it happens that if you're actually on the edge of that ledge, you can Moldorm?
Doesn't let you access the platform.
Moldorm, we had an agreement, buddy. We went over this yesterday. I have access to your platform. I won't kill you as much. Oh, I lied.
Wow, this is why he's got trust issues.
So,
Yes.
Casey is in the Colosseum, I think it's called.
Of course, we call
Or
it.
an aqueduct. One of the two. I mixed up the names.
So yeah, so
But-
for...
but-
Oh, sorry, Mark, go ahead.
This area has 2 sand pits exits, and normally in other randos you would save and reset and potentially have to go make your way through the sand pits to keep the item, the potentially useful items you obtain there. However, since this is co-op, you can keep the items you obtain there by save and resetting. You can also there are 2 items at the top right part of the room, which you normally need to use speed boost for. However, if you make use of those snails climbing up the walls, there is a way actually to. Ooh, nice fire rod, by the way. to actually clip through the floor. I get the items.
Xita's taking a coffee break. Can I do a little plug?
Go ahead.
Sure.
We are currently 216 euros away from last year's total. So if everybody in chat gives like 50 cents, we'll blast way over it. And hold on. We are raising money for Mind, which is a nationwide organization committed to prevent mental health issues and to support everyone who is dealing with mental health issues themselves or within their family. All of your donations will go to Mind.
So yeah,
you.
basement was not worth it.
Good news, xita, is now that you are only one Kingdom Samaria away from actually being able to do turtle walk.
Yeah, I would I am a King of Samaria and a hookshot away from being able to clear my seat potentially.
It's potentially though.
Yeah, the potentially is very important in this one.
Potentially, yeah.
It's all about the potential.
I mean, boots could be required, Quake Medallion could be required, well maybe not. If
It
Turtle
really,
Walk is Quake.
it really depends on.
Powder could be required, which means also the boots are required.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, the
Well,
seat can still troll us in very many ways.
Meanwhile, my seat tells me to either go lower Norfair or around the back to Meridia to do a ammo Dragon.
Oh, joy! That's what
Uh-huh.
you really wanted.
So I might just do lower Norfair.
So yeah,
first.
okay. For those, I am at the bottommost cave on the mountain now. I walk in, and weirdly enough, I can drop down. So I'm gonna do that. As soon as I exit this one, I'm like one layer above the one that I just entered. It's like you can still enter there, but it is really weird.
Third.
I think the developers just.
Hello, hookshot.
Yeah, that's nice.
Of course, hookshot is on right side mountain.
Yeah, of course. Where else would it
nice.
be?
How nice.
I
Did
mean,
we
that
have
that actually.
Flute yet?
Nope, I don't have a
No,
flute
no.
yet.
No.
So you have to take the normal way in.
Yeah. Hmm.
To be fair, it's not that bad with your equipment.
No, not at all. Just tried to think my way to a quicker route.
A tempered sword.
Oh, you like to see that.
So, but you're mostly set by now.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll show where the
That
cave
would be
exits.
nice,
I wanted
that'd
to
be
do a
nice.
bomb jump, I failed it. I'll just show. So, I entered this cave at the bottom part. Apparently, I'm now there, and if I walk, jump off this ledge, I am back at the bottom part and enter in the middle again. This is why we call it Paradox Cave.
I'm surprised you didn't go straight down, Casey.
No, I tend to go here.
But yeah, we have got plenty of locations left to check. I have now access to the entirety of Swamp Palace. I'm not sure why Ice is still not fully in logic, but
Let's.
I think it
see.
still wants you to have Sumaria
yeah.
for some reason. It's weird. On tracker's weird. You should be able to full clear it anyway.
I mean, Sumaria I would take before going to Ice, not gonna lie.
that has reasons, yeah.
Yeah, Gate of Sumaria is one of those items. For some reason, it is super broken. Also, I can open Turtle Rock, so let's do that immediately.
Can't do anything.
I can't do
there,
anything in there, because Gate of Sumaria is definitely required, but
At least you can open it.
But
at least it's now open, so I don't have to worry about that anymore.
So the way KC is going in Lower Norfair, he's going left from the elevator, because he can take the path since he has space jump. You absolutely are required space jump to take that path, otherwise you can do a green gate glitch to check the item behind Golden Chorizo and the item in the Golden, you can check and obtain one of the two items in the Golden Chorizo fight. But the other item is locked behind this path, which involves the use of space jump. And he's now flushing the toilets, so to say.
KC, would you like another reserve tank?
Kind of indifferent at this point.
Okay, so after we pick up the 4 items in Hookshot Cave, we're not picking up the island, the item on the island.
Mm-hmm.
I am, on the other hand, gonna waste all my magic to do everyone's favorite checking a link to the past, because it's never really convenient to do it. And it's called Spy Cave. You'll see
you're
why we
actually
call it
done.
Spy Cave.
Okay.
I mean, I'm on the mountain right now. Why wouldn't I?
Fair. There's not a better moment to check it.
No.
As of right
Also,
now.
Hookshot Cave was a bust. Who could have thought? So yeah, I can clear Skull Woods, I can clear Swamp Palace, I can clear Ice Palace.
Oh, I wanna give attention to KC. Actually found the safe spot in the Golden
Yes.
Chorizo fight, so he can just sit there and not be damaged and just fire shots at him.
This is one of those few setups that I've actually taken the time to learn recently.
Yeah, it's a really useful setup, and with Plasma Beam, this makes the fight really quick. And even if you have 40 supers, then you can just kill him from that position.
Yeah, I'm actually swapping to supers now.
Yeah, you should be close.
There we go. I'll pick this up.
Piece of heart. You could also go into the mire area.
I definitely will check those.
Yeah, I don't have Mire access yet, because I don't have a flute yet, so if you could at least check if you can go there, then that's good.
I mean, you can check mire shed and the checkerboard cave.
You
Exactly.
can also dip into desert, because that is...
If you want to.
If you want to, but I can do desert as well. Yeah,
Mire
we
is
can-
bombos at least.
as well. So, we
So
only
it
needed
just
the
adds-
Bombos medallion for this
That's
season.
nice. Yeah.
Wonder where the flute even is.
So we get to see the beautiful Yoshi
To
sprite
be
for a little
funny
bit.
in Mire, maybe.
No,
Wait,
no.
what?
I have checked.
Okay.
Huh?
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a new way of entering swamp. I'm okay with this.
Mire shed was red shed.
Huh.
Red boomerang, red mill.
Okay, nice. So for some reason the water was already drained when I got to swamp. Sure,
Huh.
I'll take it. It's
That's probably one of those co-op quirks that sometimes
Yeah,
just...
Should not be, I think.
should not be, but hey, if it is, I'm okay with that.
I don't know how it works in combo rando though.
I tend to notice when you reset while in Super Metroid that it sometimes messes with the Link to the Past seed.
Just that bit.
So I don't know why or what that does, but I don't know.
So KC is now gonna go check Desert Palace.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna check if it's bootlocked or not, which is at this point useful information.
I was about to say that is big information.
Mm-hmm. It would also not surprise me.
Oh no, I'm fully expecting it to be bootlocked.
So what is on the tour?
Dicky.
Oh,
It is definitely bootlocked.
Oh.
100%.
Oh.
I
So
will at
boots
least
are 100% required this seed. I would.
No, because desert is a pendant.
That is also true.
Well, they got a flute in there.
The flute is
Now
in Desert.
that is useful.
So if you want, you can check the rest of Desert, then I'll go
Yeah.
back to Lower Norfair.
Yeah, you go back. I'll.
Or
I mean,
Desert and
desert is
Mire.
not that interesting. I'll go Mire at some point.
Yeah.
Okay, so I went into swamp because swamp isn't terrible. I'd really like some Aria for, so after swamp I'll take Bombo's tablet and then go to the pyramid. Catfish, Quakefish.
The reason we call Catfish Quakefish is because he in the vanilla game holds the Quake medallion.
Yes. Sadly enough,
explain.
I've not practiced my my other diver down setups. Because you can do it with bombs as well, but I have not practiced that, so I'll just go for the regular one. It's fine.
Hey, you at least know Diver Down. I haven't learned it actually.
Yeah, it's sad to see no diver down in here though.
Yeah. Watch Somaria be at left side.
It's like doing icebreaker. It's one of those things.
Why do you
that,
think I don't want to go to ice without Somaria?
Yeah, icebreaker saves a lot of time.
It definitely does.
Oh, I should get a few more.
Icebreaker does save quite a good chunk of time.
I'm farming some super missiles in advance for Ridley.
Oh yeah.
Since if you don't have plasma, supers are basically the way to go.
Yeah, so Ridley goes down in 30 supers. And DPS, damage per second, technically supers are faster. In the vanilla 100% you would, and in any percent you would still go for the plasma beam charge, plasma beam kill, because it's done optimally. It's still as fast, and you want to conserve your ammo.
To a room with a lot of lag.
Yeah, this room is very trivial if you have either speed booster or screw attack, because you can make your way very quickly across.
See if I can.
Worst room in the game is what this game is. This room is referred to.
Yeah, I can kill him, but I tend to try just pop through.
It takes 2 or 3 power bombs to kill those enemies.
So it's not the worst if you got enough power bombs, but I also got a lot of health.
So yeah, if people may have noticed, I have not found the big E of this dungeon yet. Funny enough, you don't need the big E for this dungeon to beat the dungeon.
It can be that their last item is locked in the big chest, so...
Yeah, that's a possibility. I should have probably kept track of my items at that point, but, you know.
It's even possible in Swamp to have the big key on the boss, which is a very odd sight.
Or the
It's
big key
even-
in the big chest.
Yeah, the big key
That's
can
also
also be
possible.
in the big chest.
Yeah.
You'd like to see that, but...
You'll find out soon enough once you open the menu in the boss fight. How you're standing. But if you find the big key before that, then, well... It's only a quick detour to check the big...
Depends on if I find it here or in Waterfall Room.
If you find it here, then it's worth it to go back.
Yeah, Waterfall Room I don't go back, I'll just go for the boss, because at that point it's almost like a 50-50. Well, it technically is a 50-50, I think. Unless I've not found compass and map. Oh, there's the big key. So it's a 50-50 between an item and the compass. I'm gambling on the boss having the item.
Are you gonna go back in if it's not the item?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, right now, skipping stuff, even though we're almost in go mode, it's not the best move.
KC, for all intents and purposes, is in go mode, so...
Yes. I am at some more. I'm technically Somaria way.
Somaria still potentially boots.
Yeah.
The only thing I can say about KC's specific situation is that because he has charge wave spacer, it's gonna be a somewhat slower Mother Brain kill, but he can definitely kill him.
It's what I like to call not a comfortable go mode, but it's a go mode.
It's very definitely in go mode, but you also have a lot of super, so it's not too bad. You can supplement it using your super missiles, and then at that point it already is a lot faster.
And there's your plasma.
Hey,
Argus
perfect.
being a bro.
So that means the compass is actually in the big chest.
Yep, the compass is in the big chest. I don't have to go back, so that's nice.
So it only takes 30 charge beam shots to kill my brain at this point, so that's nice. And also Ridley becomes a lot faster with the charge beam now.
Also, I am gonna steer clear from
More
going into
point.
Mire as long as I can.
I will
I mean,
actually
you
do a
should.
little
You
bit
have
of
like 3 or
help.
4 dungeons you can do.
I can finish off Skull Woods where there's still one item. Which I might... No, I'm not gonna go there yet. It's just one item. I think Palace of Darkness is by far the better play.
Yeah, I reckon that, yeah.
I mean, you can full clear it, right?
Yeah, I can.
The only thing he can't full clear right now is desert because of the boots and
Turtle Rock. Yeah.
Now, desert is abandoned, so
That's
desert
no
is
go.
That's
so
that's
it's not.
the
so
game
it's
is still not nice enough. I mean, the game could technically be like, haha, have Somaria. Oh no, wait, Somaria can be on the pedestal, but have. I mean, Somaria is the only thing I need, so I don't think it's a pedestal seed anymore.
Yeah, because of desert being a pendant and being bootlocked, the boots also can be on pedestal, so
Yeah.
it is safe to assume that pedestal is completely dead.
Ridley's being very nice to KC here, from the looks of it.
Mm-hmm.
You should either be dead or very close to death.
Yeah. Is he doing the thing where... There we go. It just didn't want to grab me.
Yeah, usually when the tail's flailing wildly and he's deep red, then he's definitely dead. But
Mm-hmm.
he can still kill you whilst Ridley's already dead. So that's the fun part.
The even more fun part is when you overkill him, because they're just so in the zone fighting him and end up shooting him so much that the game eventually is like, alright, this is too much damage.
What you can actually do once you kill him, you can
I
actually
am
into his
in
claws.
go mode.
You're
Ah.
not sure.
Well, I am potentially in
sure.
go mode.
You're like in a 99.5% go mode. That's
Yeah.
not the actual calculation, but
Vicky of GT can still be on the torch, for which we need
that's
boots.
the only thing that can
That can
mess you
troll
up.
us.
Just
Yeah.
doing a little careful, because
Yeah, true.
these guys can hit for a lot of damage.
I'm still.
Can I read a quick
Yeah, go ahead.
donation?
Go ahead.
I got a €5 donation from Glitter Dan. Keep speeding them runs, Sita. Big props to y'all for doing this. Thank you, Glitter Dan.
Yeah, thanks, Dan. He's a buddy of mine. He's a good guy. And yeah, I literally told him and like the rest of my server.
We support all buddies here.
Yeah, I mean, I told some people like, hey, I'm gonna run there. You know, feel free to drop by, say hi, and you know, if you're able to drop a donation, and well, he did.
Oh, that's nice.
That's nice.
So, yeah, I have basically in my head maybe orphaned catfish a lot by now.
I mean, you can still go there after pod if you really want to.
If I really want to, I think I go there after Skullwoods.
Makes sense. Yeah, you can route in, if necessary. You can route in Graveyard Ledge.
Yeah. So what I was thinking of doing is just finish up pod, go to ice, and then after ice I'll go Skullwoods, and you know. The problem is we can clearly, like, I can do all my dungeons. The only problem is that if the game wants to be a troll, it puts the Vicky of Cannon's Tower on the torch, and we need boots.
Yeah, we're very close to full on
Go mode, yes.
full on go mode.
I like silvers, but they are not required.
Where even are they?
They could be anywhere.
And
At
there's
this
still a
point,
Dragon to check.
yeah, at
area.
this point, I'll just go dungeons. That's the thing. I'm just gonna go dungeons.
I mean, it makes sense that you go for your crystal dungeons at this point.
And then just pray that the boots are not required.
You're gonna check everything in the dungeon still?
Am I? I think by now we can safely say that we're in go mode, right?
Pretty much.
Well,
Are you sure?
Well, 99% chance that we're in go mode. I mean, I'm just gonna.
I'll warn you that if it's not on the 1% chance it's not in go mode, you have a big backtrack to do.
I mean, at least I'll keep track of the dungeons. So I'll just clear pod. Ice, I'll pick up everything along the way. So it's just pod that I would basically leave. Because Turtle Rock, you basically go through everything regardless. So I have not picked. I have picked up 1 item in pod, so there's still 4. I mean, there's a crap ton of keys at the front still, so.
I mean, basically you have all of the back of pod.
Yeah, but the front has all the keys.
Sadly, still no speed booster, so I'm gonna have to go the long way out.
I know, right? No speed booster, no boots. This seed didn't want us to go fast. That is clear.
Yep. I mean, in our practice runs, we've gone so much under our estimate that gotta make.
Yeah, true.
You also don't have ice beam, so
True, yeah.
you actually have to take back Dore.
Mm-hmm.
Because the only way to go to get to Botwoon and Dragon is either using Speed Booster or clipping through using Ice Beam. Neither item has been found, so...
Did you not activate Flute yet?
Nope.
Okay, I'll go do that.
Okay.
Might as well for a moment.
And that is Palace of Darkness. Or at least that was one side of Palace of Darkness.
That was a go mode, Palace of Darkness?
Yeah, that was a go mode. I had to... Sorta. I had to go right side, pick up a small key, a big key, and then just went for the boss.
I mean, honestly, that's pretty much preferred.
Yeah. Since Casey is gonna activate Flute, I'm gonna mirror and wait for my activation to be done.
I mean, it shows up as a message, right?
Yeah.
Should do, yeah.
Yeah, I think it says got Flute again.
No, got Flute activated.
Oh, fair, yeah.
I see.
Oh yeah, that's actually, if you play retro mode in co-op, and you buy arrows, it will translate to got bow, even though you only bought the arrows and don't have the bow yet. That's an interesting one. That was one I was thinking about.
That's annoying.
It is.
It definitely is, because it shows you got bow, and at that point you get excited, like, yay, we have a bow! And then it's like, no, I bought the arrows. Oh. Also, Wiki, you may have noticed that I've not been reading hints in this mode.
Is that even a thing in the
No, in the combo rando, they don't have hints.
Yeah, I figured.
Because the developer of the co-op rando is not a big fan of the hints. Which I can understand. So, there's none.
I mean, you're not too easily stuck in combo rando anyway, so
No.
Usually have a ton of stuff to do.
Fair.
The mushroom.
Ooh, interesting.
Oh boy.
A shroom.
A frozen mushroom.
Also, we're gonna see a neat little trick here called Icebreaker. I think it has been briefly talked about as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just used to switching to done this, so I'm gonna keep
So-
doing that.
Yeah, so if Zeta actually found a small key, there's no way to worry about this switch right here. But because he doesn't, I think he actually needs to.
I'm not sure if I need to. I'm just very much used to doing it.
Yeah, it's a risk if you not find a small key regardless.
Okay, so okay, let's see if today is actually one of those days where Icebreaker just works for me. It's a real finicky trick, but
So okay.
I think you got it. First try, let's go.
Nice.
and of course the Vicky has been a lot today.
Casey's checking the Botwoon E-Tank and its ice beam.
Oh wow!
Oh, nice.
That's actually the one item you need to get in through the front, and it's right behind it. But the good news is he now has the full beam combo, so
That's 2 items out of ice. I think there's only 1 more item.
Yeah, you're right.
3 items total, yeah.
Yeah. That's a small key. Not what we wanted.
Yeah, for Ice
Okay.
Palace, if you do the Ice Breaker, it's very free to check everything on the way, because you could come
yeah.
across nearly all of the treasure chests.
Yeah.
It's really nice for routing in Ice Palace.
Okay, this one is gonna be a bit finicky. I kind of want them to line up.
I'm surprised you didn't use bombs.
Bombos requires more than one shot.
For those?
True, he wants to preserve his magic for.
Yeah, I still
for
have a
Buster, I
green
think.
potion, but just to make sure that I don't spend my magic all in one place. And that's my final item. I don't have to go Ice Tea Room.
Okay,
I mean, would you have gone anyways?
Probably not.
I guess get a bunch of items in pod and then be finicky enough to pick up. I mean, I guess it takes a lot longer to get Ice Tea Room than to get the other items in pod.
Yeah, that's basically my reasoning. Like, pod ain't that slow.
No, it makes sense. Well, the way to pod is.
It's relative. No. Okay.
So, Cold Stare.
So
And Dragon at the same time.
Oh, double boss fights.
Combination of bosses as well.
Let's go for simultaneous kills.
Now,
But I think Zeta is slightly faster.
Now, if KC had the X-ray scope here, he could quick kill Dragon. Grapple beam is also another quick kill method for Dragon. But it's gotta be charge beam shots, and plasma full beam combo does a lot of damage to Dragon.
And that is Ice Palace.
In 100%, what you would do to Dragon is actually you would opt to go for Shine Sparks. And if you kill Dragon with the Shine Sparks, you get a blue suit, which gives you a free spark on the way back. We don't have Speed Booster here, so and also don't have Grapple Beam, but also don't have X-ray Scope, so no quick kills on Dragon today.
No fun allowed.
There we go.
But yeah, full beam combo makes quick work of Dragon. So
Since I'm gonna flute anyway, I'm quickly gonna land in the mushroom.
and that means that all the Super Metroid bosses before Torian are down, and Casey is free to go defeat Mother Brain. Also, we found the Magic Cape.
Well, Magic Cape is a useful item.
See, we don't really need anything anymore.
No. I mean,
Nah,
potentially
they are-
boots, but
I
Yeah.
mean, there are a few checks you can do once you find the relevant items for them. You need Grapple Beam. Well, technically with Ice Beam you can also check Spring Ball, but you need a very precise clip, which is.
I'm
very
more
advanced.
asking for the sake of, do I want to go to Plasma Room, or are we gonna guess that we don't
Well,
need
the-
boots?
Well, the nice thing about the Plasma Room is you can take the Turbo Tunnel down.
True. Might as well.
So it's not too big a detour.
No.
It is still a bit of a detour, but it's a quick one. You have Plasma, you have Space Jump, so... But yeah. It's lovely. Plasma
it's just
Beam.
finishing up dungeons right now.
Yeah, so while we do that, Russ, do you have anything to say maybe?
I was just going to add. I wanted to plug Delfino Customs. They are a controller and console business located in England. They specialize in customization, modification, and repairs. Quote the code BSG 2021 on any orders up until the 25th of August to get £5 off your order. If you customize your controller cable with their Paracord service, £5 will be donated to Mind. Message them directly for all inquiries via their Twitter page @Delfino Customs. And speaking of Delfino Customs, they also provided a prize. If you donate €15 or more, you are in the running for a BSG custom PlayStation 2 controller.
Also a screw attack on Plasma Beam. So that's lovely.
What a meme.
Something, insult to injury or something.
Right.
No. It's more of the Dutch saying mustard after dinner.
Yeah, exactly. There were a
Martial
few
art?
places that I really would have liked to have that in for just so much safety.
In Lower Norfair, it would have made
Yeah.
your life a lot easier.
Yeah,
Of course, Modula had the big key to Skullwoods.
yeah.
Why not?
I mean, if you walk out of the forest, you could still check it.
I guess he's not gonna do that.
I also expect he's not gonna do that, but I mean, he has no reason to.
So
But
what I'm currently going to be doing is going to Link to the Past so I can save and exit back to Super Metroid, and then finish up Mother Brain.
you're not even gonna check the pedestal.
Maybe after Mother Brain.
Nah, I was talking to Xita. He actually floated back outside of Skullwoods or mirrored back outside of Skullwoods and flew to Flute.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
I mean, what could be on there?
I'm
Xita,
curious.
spin speed does not work if you don't have boost. But,
Yeah. That's about it. That's the only thing.
yeah. Half magic.
Health magic is useful.
Speed booster can technically be on there.
Yeah.
It can. It very well can be. Although speed boost by now can only lock some item. Well, there could still be some items locked behind speed booster, I guess.
Yeah, nothing useful
Yeah.
on my end, honestly.
Boots.
Boots.
No. Boots cannot be speed booster locked. Speed booster is.
Oh yeah, because the boots lock desert.
Yeah, desert is boot locked, so
that's right,
that
that's
would be a real special seed in that case.
Yeah, that's right. That's not illogic. Well,
So-
no logic. That's just impossible.
Silvers
I'm-
could be on the pedestal.
Silvers can be definitely. Silvers can be anywhere.
So I'm going to be doing something very cheeky, is taking the save point right next to Link to the Past transition.
Yeah.
So that directly after Mother Brain, I can just go to this save room and directly exit there.
That safe room I never use. Never
Nope.
ever use.
This is the only use case I've ever found for it.
Yeah, I see. I can see why. Because in no category in Super Metroid or in the other in normal usage of combo randomizer would you ever use that safe room.
Mhm.
So yeah, Turtle Rock. Really straightforward dungeon.
It really drags on, yeah.
I mean, if Raz has anything to say, please go ahead.
I do. We want to thank ESA for supporting the event and for allowing us to stream on their channel. For information about our upcoming events and any changes due to the COVID-19 outbreak, be sure to check out esamarathon.com. You can also consider using your free monthly Prime Gaming subscription right here on the ESA channel. You will get access to all the ESA emotes as well as several BSG emotes, and you get to support both the events.
Yeah. So
Oh, KC is in Torian, and Torian is all about killing the Metroids. He has Ice Beam, so he can freeze them, and you have to actually freeze them and missile them. If you don't have Ice Beam, then you have to lay the 3 power bombs to kill them. But ammo-wise, KC is more than fine here.
So funny enough, I know
Yeah.
that the change jump room will actually award me a small key. Also, I couldn't
That's-
continue.
because it has to.
Yeah, there is no other way.
Yeah, you need at least 2 small keys in the front, and Zeta only found 1, so there's the second one.
Yep. I now just need to not die. I've been taking a lot of damage for some reason.
KC is through the last Metroid room. And we're about to see the last Metroid.
The baby.
The baby. So time for save or kill the enemy. No. It's,
I'm for Schrodinger's animals.
So yeah, it's
No,
Schrodinger's
no.
animals. They are both dead and alive at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
We're not blowing up the planet this time, so they actually stay alive.
Oh, fair enough. They're just locked in the cave.
They are locked, but you know, at least they're alive.
We're just not blowing up the planet today.
So, Zita finding the big key early on, opting to not go for lava chest, which most likely has an item. Could also be. I don't think you found compass or map yet, right?
No.
It could be the boots. So.
It could be the boots.
Yeah, this is basically us. Any check he's gonna lay behind could potentially be the boots.
I mean, it could be. If it is, I'll just do that one thing that I'm not supposed to do.
Oh, you mean
Zita?
the
Middle clip.
No, Zita?
Yes, Mickey.
middle clipping.
Peter.
I am. I'm definitely a cheater. I'm a dirty cheater, I'll admit.
Yeah, middle clip is one of the overworld glitches you can do. And you can.
Oh yeah, this is an awkward room when you don't have boots, because I am so used to having boots in this one.
Yeah, no bonking the wall to open it up.
Now, I'll open this chest just because it's on the way. Hey, look, it's a compass.
Meanwhile, KC is clearing the Zapatites. There is a way where you can, if you can manage to clip past one of the Zapatites behind it don't spawn, so you can continue through. It is very specific. It's very specific setup-wise.
I've done attempts at practicing it, but I'm not quite consistent enough yet to just go for it.
Yeah, what you would do is you would freeze a Rinka right below the Zapatites, and then you would use a technique to clip into the thing, and that would allow you to get past. There are multiple ways of doing it, depending on if you have screw attack enabled or not, or if you have spring ball. You could also do a morph ball style Zapatite skip on the second one, actually. I should still look into that. Well, you can actually use a Shine Spark to do Zapatite skips. Also a fun one. Although you have to do a short charge for that. So Mudbrain takes 20 charge shots here. So
Zita here actually exiting out of Laser Bridge, just to take the safety. In case he does die on Trinex, he doesn't have to do the whole dungeon anymore. And there's half magic, that's really convenient.
and KC has the second phase of Mother Brain actually down. So he damaged himself down to 3 E-tanks. You need a minimum of 3 E-tanks to survive, otherwise you die. Although he has his reserves filled as well, so he has some leniency. And now he's waiting for the baby to drain Mother Brain, refill his health, and the baby Metroid to die. And get Hyper Beam so he can kill Mother Brain. There's a way to retain movement in this section, and then you can start damaging Mother Brain right now as she turns green after the baby Metroid, and then you can have it happen that once you get Hyper Beam, you only need to fire 1 or 2 shots to kill her. So that's a time save you can do. You need a minimum of 7 E-tanks for it, and you need to very specifically manipulate your health and be off the ground at the right times, amongst others. And as soon as the baby beam transitions, you don't need to have any beams on screen, otherwise the game will slow down a lot. Can easily cost you 20 minutes if you're unlucky. I've actually done this once.
But next time I'll do anything with Super Metroid for an event, I'll be sure to practice a few more of these little setups. Because some of them are just really neat to see, very useful.
I totally did not clutch Trinex. What are you talking about? This was calculated.
Okay. So known in the community. We now have 7 crystals. We can enter GT. There's a little game that gets played. It's like locate where the big key is. You can shout out number 1 to 22 because 21. Sorry, those are all the big key locations. In this case, we don't have a bot that tracks it. We don't have prizes, but it can feel great if you get it right.
Hey, internet fame.
And I'll need to know from Xita.
Yes.
Okay,
Mother Brain
cool.
completed.
Then I will reset here, and we'll have Schrodinger's animals.
In the meantime, I'm on my way to GT. Normally, I would go for like the right side first to check 2 items. We call that room Hope Room. Today, I'm actually gonna check the torch.
It's sad, actually. It's sad. In the Netherlands, you can't really do the prediction with the channel points because we're not allowed to gamble. So Twitch has restricted
Come on.
it.
Okay,
somewhat.
So I mean, pray that boots are not needed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thanks, Box. Thanks for actually wanting me to not be in go mode.
I don't know where. Honestly don't know where they are located. So.
We are in go mode!
Ladies and gentlemen, we are officially in go mode.
Oh, dude, you don't want to know how relieved I
I mean,
am.
we've technically been for a while now, but now we actually know we're in go mode.
Also, for the scheduler on call, I know that's technically Boxmaster, but for any other scheduler that is watching, you might want to start looking into maybe a small backup, because I think we're definitely going to go like half an hour under estimate.
Oh, the GT Biggie was 3.
That
Oh.
is-
Wow.
Yeah, okay, well, then I'm not even gonna go
Nope.
up there to...
now
I tend to
it's-
go up there and
Oh,
then
look.
just take the side that xita doesn't go
It's your
down.
X-ray.
Yeah.
We've already got it.
X-ray of no longer of any use.
So now I'm basically just gonna kind of hang out till xita finishes up with Aga 2.
Yeah.
You can check some locations to see if you can find the boots to make it go faster.
If there's any locations nearby.
They're mostly.
Game?
Well, if your end goal is the pyramids,
I mean, we have Pyramid Fairy.
I'll do that one then.
I mean, for all we know, she has vanilla freaking silvers.
How much money was the big bomb? again?
100.
100.
Oh, you need
Yeah.
more. You only have 65, 66.
And the other check?
What else is there?
Pod is close, I guess.
Pod is relatively close. Yeah, I've not checked a lot in Pod.
Fair enough.
There's also more in GT to check because we have basically everything.
Yeah, GT is like completely open, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I can imagine KC not going to GT right now.
That
Wait,
makes a lot of sense.
Did we actually have anyone that won the guessing game?
Of course, it's Yume.
It's Yume of all. What? Yume guessed 3?
Yup.
Wow.
Why is Yume nice to me?
I
What is-
expected you made a guess like tile
yeah.
room.
I think
Yeah.
I think Yume actually guessed Zeta going first to Hope Room and then mirror out and go to the torch, and that would be 3.
Yeah, I think that was his.
I think that was Yume's plan.
Yume's a good friend of ours who we play
He is,
these
yeah.
with as well. So we like to kid around about stuff like that.
I mean, normally when we do multi-worlds, we also do the guessing game with each other, and it's like always like file room, you know, the final check that you can do. It's like always bullying each other with that.
And there Yume just confirms.
Yep.
Yeah.
You may try to not be nice, but unknowingly became nice.
Last chest on the right side, Pat, which you check last, obviously.
No, nowadays I tend to go right side first. I don't know why.
I don't like right side first.
I'm getting used to it, so. Cool. Ice physics are a lot of fun. No one ever said.
Yeah, the gauntlet part of GT is the annoying part. After Lambolas, which are coming up, which he's fighting now.
Yeah,
is,
well, those are not my friends.
it gets a whole lot better.
Just notice we actually still don't have silvers.
Nope.
Nope.
We're gonna have to do silverless Ganon.
Yep, that's been a hot minute for me.
Oh yeah, same.
I
don't know.
Half matching silverless Ganon is.
It's fine. I mean, 15 hearts red mail. We just don't have to hug the pig.
15 hearts or 3 bottles.
Reminder, KC, that you can't bump yourself across since you don't.
Yeah, I just wanted to have a quick check before.
I might, after Aga2, opt to go and get some potions first.
Yeah.
You have the money, KC doesn't though.
I mean, I have
already spent it on
1,400
potions.
rupees, so...
Oh, you're smart.
Yeah.
I actually missed that.
Mm-hmm.
So now for everyone's favorite room.
Yay.
This room is fun.
I'll wait until he's gone.
You don't have to boot.
I know. I will still make this.
Yeah, I went through it just fine. That was pretty good.
Just for the sake of maybe they are in here. Not quite.
Missiles.
Also not
Bombs.
quite.
There is always the fantastic validation chest.
Yes. Oh,
Validation chest having the last sword, maybe.
that would also be quite good.
Or the silvers.
But very much possible. It's not out of the question.
And we see the return of our good friend Moldorm.
Mm-hmm. This time he allows you to get on the platform.
Yeah, he's nice. Oh,
Don't get yourself thrown off there, xita.
what do you mean? Calculator.
You were close twice.
Twice on the edge. I'd like to live dangerously.
Yeah, we need the whole of their seat if you only have the.
Oh look, we have boots.
They were in pod all along.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they were.
Of course, Wiki knew this.
Oh, I knew this as well. I knew this as well.
I mean, you guys were sorta steering me towards it, but I ignored it.
No, not really.
Nah.
Wiki was just hoping.
Okay.
We did the same in Turtle Rock.
Yeah, it's
Let's be fair.
Geometry Wizard. I don't like this fight at all. But at least that should count as a double.
And I should get ready on
That's true.
Pyramid.
Oh, that's a terrible pattern.
Good.
That is. That was a good pattern.
Now that was a good pattern.
That was
I think I might actually go and buy some potions, because 2.5 hearts for the pig. Little tight.
I see a little spider climbing up and down my wall. He's very active at this hour of day.
But yeah, this is I feel this is gonna be a sub 2 seed. I don't know what our timer is at, but
150.
yeah, this is definitely gonna be a sub 2 seed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is not gonna take long. Casey is actually gonna enter the fight first.
Yeah, I realized I should have bought potion before going to Turtle Rock, but
Yeah.
I was a tad bit late.
Alright. Let's see how we do today on Silverless
YOLO.
Cannon.
YOLO. Watching the trident.
Oh, already in second phase, not bad.
Nice one.
Yeah, making good use of those iframes. So if you shoot your hookshot, you actually have a couple of invincibility frames until your hookshot is back at you again. So you can use that in order to not take damage from the fire bats.
Hey, xita dropped in.
Nice, you two people fighting.
Yeah. Things are gonna get a little weird now.
Yeah, they both fight their own version of Ganon, as you can see. It will look weird.
It does look weird.
Ganon, please.
It gets even better when Ganon starts shooting the fire bats.
Ganon, please.
That will actually show up on the other screen as well.
Teleporting pig.
Ganon, please.
There it
Okay. Jeez, that was so many.
So, what Casey and Xita are gonna go for is the so-called torch glitch. If you light the left torch before the right torch goes out, the right torch will stay lit, and you only have to light one torch. Which gives you more time to deal hits on Ganon actually.
Oh, I missed it. Yeah, it's fine.
You have half magic and potions. You should be fine.
Yeah, you should be fine.
But also just use Fire Rod
Oh god.
Also,
at this point.
since we're watching this, we have Zanera saying enable friendly fire. So there is in this co-op mode, there is actually an option to turn on friendly fire so you can hit each other. That makes it interesting, but our runners probably don't like that.
Casey should be close.
I can get the hits.
Yeah, it's a very the timing is specific, but
Yeah.
it's good. It's easy enough to set up.
Has anybody explained Silverless
that was-
Ganon yet?
That was way closer than I wanted.
Okay. No, actually, that's a good one. So usually, what you do to Ganon is you hit him so he's stunned, and then you can shoot a silver arrow into him. Because they don't have the silvers, they only have to damage him in another way. So right as he warps away, there's like a couple of frames where you can hit him with a sword spin in order to do damage him instead of the silver arrows. And depending on what sword you have, if you have a master sword, you have to do in total, I think, 52 spins. With the tempered, it's already half of that. It's only 24, and with a gold sword, it's only 12, I think.
There we go. That's.
I mean, 52 in total. It's 24 in the last phase. I should say that correctly. 24 in the last phase, and 12 in both tempered and butter sword.
Ganon is done on KC's side, so.
Time is coming up as soon as I am done as well. Oh, gotta stop messing up.
Kissy trying to help.
And
Okay,
that
there we go. GG's to the both of the
So
runners.
time is whenever we both walk through the portal up the north.
This looks amazing on Xita's screen, by the way.
Yeah.
Casey on the bridge.
JC is just standing on nothing.
Yep,
And
good
time.
Time.
Jeez, what a seed.
Should have given maybe a little bit more.
The value!
The value!
Okay,
Ah,
so what was our final time?
1:55:29.
Yes.
Oh, wow. That is better than I expected, honestly. This was better than expected for a bootless seed.
yeah.
Oh, do you want to
Bootless speed boosterless.
Do you guys want to know where the silver arrows were? Exactly.
They were in desert. I'm gonna guess on the boss.
None of us.
Big
Ah.
key chests.
Oh, of course.
Huh.
So the silvers were bootlocked.
Yeah, the silvers are
that's
pretty
what we're
much
saying.
bootlocked, but hey, we have done it. I hope chat did like what they saw. I hope you guys enjoyed yourself as the co-commentators. I hope Raz enjoyed himself as the host,
We did enjoy ourselves.
because this was a pretty damn good seed, honestly. It felt slow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's mostly because we were both lacking an item to go faster.
Yeah, it felt really slow, but in the end,
Did you know where your speed booster was?
I know where it is.
Is it on the pedestal?
No.
Ah, thank God.
It's in
It
GT.
is-
Ah.
So,
Yeah, so-
those speed boosted today.
Boots could have been obtained earlier, but speed booster not as much. I am not sure what the scheduling team has decided to do right now, but
I don't know.
we'll hear
either.
from that later on. Because I don't think we should keep streaming.
I do believe the original next run is going to be the next run.
Okay.
So I got one more donation before we close down this one. We got 15 euros from Trailhouse451 with no comment.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you very much.
So yeah, now you can see like in the credits, we'll see. I'm actually gonna speed them up because that's an actual option.
Yeah, we can do that.
the emulator we play on. In this one, like they didn't add the flavor text for the locations in this specific part of the credits anyway. In the actual of A Link to the Past randomizer, they changed those texts. I may go through the credits a bit fast right now, but soon enough we'll have the important stuff. There we go.
I had exactly 300 door transitions.
Oh wow. Apparently I spent time in Metroid. That's a new one for me. I shot 29 missiles, 28 super missiles, and 20 power bombs. Also 10 regular bombs. I doubt that's true, but sure. First sword after 8 minutes, then, you know, all that shit is not bad. GT Big is counted as 2, because that's a checking test you open. And for some reason, I still don't know why, even if I don't play Metroid at all, I end up with 18 minutes in Metroid.
Yeah, that's always like the minimum or something
For
that it
some
calculates.
reason, I have a total time of 2:04, which is definitely not true.
No.
I don't think that your time of 2:27 is remotely close to being true either. But yeah, good seed. I enjoyed myself. I hope chat enjoyed themselves as well. And well, this was the one and only time you'd see me this marathon. I think KC still has a few runs.
Yeah, I got 2 more runs. One step for Medan tomorrow, and Gato Roboto race versus Asheria on Saturday.
Yeah. Quick shout out to the multi-rec crew. I know most of them are watching us, so
or in the call with us.
Or in the call with us. Hi guys.
I'm watching. The statement still stands.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it got dark in my room. Probably because it got dark outside and my actual light doesn't.
Xita is in the dark world. So...
Yeah, I'm in the dark world. What do you know? But yeah. Shoutouts to the, as I said, shoutouts to the multi-rec crew. And shoutouts to BSG for accepting this. Yeah, big thank you to Wiki and Boxmeister to join us on this, because doing commentary and playing this at the same time, it can be a tad bit hard.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with all the tech going on.
And of course, a big thank you to you, right there. Right there in the back. Yeah,
yes.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are you pointing at me, Casey?
Am I?
No, it was a pleasure to commentate this. And,
yeah,
definitely an honor to be asked to commentate.
Oh, thank guys. And I think with that we're good to go.
Yeah, with that, this is my final game to host. We are going to take a short break to go over to Resla running Pooh and Tigger's Honey Safari, and also a reminder to the runners and to some of the commentators to donate for that displayed Majora Mask prize.
Thanks. Yeah, I was about to do that. Thank you.